Glad to have you join us on this edition of the show. My guest is a blockchain professional and he joins me on the show today to discuss the industry and how Nigerians can take full advantage of it. We have a lot more lined up for you, but first, some tech news and updates. I am Chukwemeka Agbata. Welcome to the show.
Blockchains are very interesting technology that will have some very profound applications for society over the years to come.
According to the 2017 Global E-Waste Monitor report by the United Nations University, e-waste increased significantly from 2014 to 2016. By 2016, the world had generated 44.7 million metric tons of e-waste, 8% higher than the 41.4 million metric tons produced in 2014 and equivalent to almost 4,500 Eiffel Towers. This number is expected to rise by 17% by 2021 when it will amount to about 52.5 million tons. Desktop computers, laptops, servers, tablets, televisions, and even smartphones have helped improve our world, but unfortunately, they are the major cause of these statistics. Throwing them away unprofessionally or giving them up for recycling are somewhat risky, not only to the environment, but ourselves also. Data can be found on the hard disk drives of all these devices, which puts confidential data and information of users at risk, especially when disposed of. So, how can you securely discard old and damaged hard drives without a chance of your data being stolen? Ifeanyi Ochonogo helps to solve this problem.
Electronic waste is one of the worst waste streams in the world right now. Nigeria easily generates over 1 million tons of electronic waste, talk less of what it allows importation into the country. So we have a lot of ground to gain in order to actually have a defense against what is an incoming crisis and an ever-worsening crisis for the nation. So we have picked up all the best parts and trying to help guide against the negative elements of things. And we're glad to note that there is action going on.
While there are a number of software options to erase information, they do not completely wipe out the sensitive data. The process, called degaussing, shreds the components into fine particles, rendering information impossible to retrieve. But how susceptible is the public to this solution?
We have to continue awareness creation. That's one, so that we can at least continue engaging the conscience of human beings. We have to start off delivering the right kind of knowledge to us as human beings to understand that it's okay to generate revenue. But for what? If you're generating revenue for your family, you can't generate revenue and poison your family at the same time. So that's what the E-Waste Relief Foundation, the foundation that was created, dedicated to create awareness about the electronic waste crisis impact in Nigeria and on Nigerians, on Africans in general. So that's what we want them to understand. The global awareness of the electronic waste crisis is very low, and you can expect that it's very low in Nigeria. It is extremely low in Nigeria. So I am doing everything I can, the company is doing, the ERF is doing everything that it can, and it will do everything that it can in order to make it more known.
What challenges did Ifeanyi and his team face while they were developing the solution?
Yeah, the major challenges we are having is the government policy. The policy is there on the ground, but the implementation, because we find out that a lot of companies are still finding it very difficult to release, the obsolete electronics to accredited recycling. Some of them have that belief of giving out, to the informal handler, not knowing the consequences and the impact. Because what the informal handler does is that they get the parts that is useful for them, and the one that is hazardous, they discard it in the environment, which poisons all of us. So we are praying that the government should key into it, which the government are working up now, because of the impacts that the electronic waste are being posed to the environment. So it's okay, find the company, you have to show me the certificate of disposal. Of course, they have sent the circular to virtually all the companies that this is the accredited, recycling company that they need to deal with them. So we are hoping that in the next 2 years, they will be able to, enforce a full enforcement of those policies.
Now, before the recycling gets done, the data containing devices, such as hard drives, need to be treated. Okay, there needs to be an agreement. The terms of service needs to be agreed to say, okay, we want you, or me, the client, I want you to treat our hard drives, because we cannot pick up your hard drives without that agreement, because we do not want to fall foul if any sensitive data gets out in the public. So that is dealt with first and foremost. If it's okay, then the hard drives are either destroyed on site of the client, or it's brought to our facility here. We have 2 machines that actually treat this. One's a disintegrator, which is the on-site, and the off-site is right here, which is a shredder. So this guarantees the total destruction of any confidential data containing device. Then the rest of the electronic device is taken care of. Either after it's evaluated to determine whether it's working or not working, then it goes towards refurbishing or recycling. I think refurbishing and recycling definitions have been taken care of already.
The irreversible destruction of storage media and other proprietary devices ameliorates the problem of theft of sensitive information and data insecurity.
Blowing bubbles and cooking in a play kitchen, it's all a day in the life of a toddler. 2-year-old Ola from the Polish city of Lublin does it in style, wearing a funky pink and grey designer prosthetic arm. Ola was born without a right forearm, but thanks to a tailor-designed limb from Polish company Glaze Prosthetics, she can live her childhood to the fullest.
This is an indirect solution between Myoelectric and Cosmetic Arm. This one has a mechanical grip, so Ola can put something into her hand. So she puts crayons, cutlery. She holds her doll trolley with it. It's a novelty for her that she can hold something with this hand. She simply wakes up in the morning, 2 seconds, and she's wearing the prosthetic. The nannies at the nursery are delighted because they do not have to do anything.
Glaze Prosthetics was set up by Portier Sadak, who lost part of his arm in 2014 after being stabbed during a bar fight where he stood up for his female friend. As an active runner, Sadak refused to wear traditional prosthetics, which weighs up to 5 kilograms and could significantly slow the runner down. He also didn't want to scare people away with his artificial limbs, so, along with 2 of his friends, he set up a company aiming to deliver stylish prosthetic pieces owners will be proud to show off. Glaze Prosthetics, established in Krakow in 2017, uses 3D print technology to produce about 100 prosthetic arms per year for clients as young as a 3-month-old child. The company has just entered the US market and has broadened its offer to include clothing that matches the design of the prosthetic.
From the Keurig of cocktails and soft, squishy comfort robots to artificial intelligence-fueled projector screens and personalized skincare regimens, more than 200 new products appeared ahead of the annual Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, Nevada. According to Karen Chupka, the Executive Vice President of the Consumer Technology Association, artificial intelligence and 5G network were 2 themes that dominated 2019. Those smartphones, personal health and wellness, and transportation were also areas of growth at the show.
Well, so CES is really the global technology event. We have about 4,400 companies that come each year to Las Vegas to exhibit the latest and greatest innovations. And we cover every type of technology, from televisions to automobiles to robotics, AI, gaming, so kind of across all industries.
Guangzhou Poppy Robots Technology Company of China brought its artificial intelligence efforts to the show through its new product, Hachi Infinite, a tool that projects a touchscreen onto any flat surface. Hachi can use AI text recognition to help children learn how to spell, AI voice assistant to set alarms or check weather, and more. French beauty care company L'Oreal introduced its own AI-powered device and app called Perso. It's a smart system designed to personalize skincare and cosmetic regimens. Consumers can use the Perso app with their smartphone camera to analyze their skin conditions. Then, they choose their moisturizer and makeup preferences. And the app creates a blend and amount of skincare product that is dispensed through a motorized cartridge for users to wipe and apply on their faces.
I think the exciting thing about CES is that you expect the unexpected. When you walk on that show floor, there's going to be something that you never expected to see at the show, and it's going to be amazing. It's going to make your jaw drop, and you'll walk out of there and be more excited about the future.
A Japanese company, Yukai Engineering, brought its newest comfort robot, Kubo, invented after an employee moved to Japan but was unable to bring her cats due to apartment restrictions. The company designed twin motors to move what is effectively a tail and paired the motors with a sensor that can tell when a human is petting it. The company says the robot could also serve individuals who are allergic to animals.